everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Challenge Runs on the Binding of Isaac. I have to apologize, I don't remember the name of who suggested this, but this is called the Cathedral Kid Run. And what we've got here, we've got the Halo, as you can see, we've got Holy Grail, as you can probably also see by the ominous or enormous flapping wings in the background, rather. We also have Guardian Angel ×2. I tried to do ×3, but you apparently ×2 is the max for Guardian Angel, so maybe we'll get a Halo Flies or something to max that out. And we have the prayer card as well, so this is like an all holy items run, and there are some item restrictions here. We can only take items that improve our damage, so we can't take things like, I don't know, the Pact or anything like that. The other reason we can't take the Pact is because, actually the Pact does increase our damage. This is a terrible example. We can't take things like Spirit of the Night, not that we would want to right now. Anyway, the other reason we can't take Spirit of the Night is because we are not allowed to go to deals with the devil. Deals with the angel are a-okay, but deals with the devil are off limits. All other item rooms and whatnot are allowed. However, you can only take the item itself if it improves your damage. The reason I say improves your damage as opposed to like you can only take damage upgrades or something is because, you know, if we get quad shot, I will take that under the guise of it improving damage. Same thing with something like Polyphemus, for example. Rather than having it just basically be like, oh, it's not Max's head or the pentagram, well then I can't take it. So we're going to be relying predominantly on items that we get from bosses here, unless I get very lucky with some... Well, I guess we can get like Steven from Little Steven, which would give me... Or Steven from Steven in general, I guess, which would give me damage upgrade. I can get Max's head from bosses or item rooms. I can get the pentagram from only bosses, I think. Maybe you can't get Max's head from bosses. I can't remember. Anyway, don't worry about it too much. I'm talking to you as much as me there, or me as much as you there. We're just going to make it work as best as we can. Our goal here is to beat the Cathedral. Basically, main stipulation, only take things that improve your damage. Deals with the angel are okay, deals with the devil are totally off limits. The reason we can't take HP upgrades is because, obviously, we have this prayer card, so we should be getting at least 1 heart per floor. And that's why I'm saving the prayer card right now, is because I'm trying to play it safe, basically. On these small floors, I want to make sure I'm able to get... there we go. I'm able to get 1 Eternal Heart maxed out to a health container. Although, you know, people have explained to me that I do not understand how Eternal Heart containers work. I'm willing to accept that, again, cast myself upon the mercy of the knowledge of the Isaac audience at large. That being said, I'm just going to do my best with my understanding of the item. Mom's Bra, obviously, is something that we are not going to take. Still glad we took our time here to go through all these rooms. We will check for... Well, actually, you know what? We're not going to check for the secret room, because there's absolutely no point to it. We will just pop our Eternal card and be happy to get another HP upgrade on this floor, essentially, even if we can't take that one. So that's down to the next floor, and our Eternal Heart has... maxed out. Now I might, if I could... there was no way we can get a Nun's Habit, I guess, unless we get it from Judgment. It has happened. I think you can get Battery... You can get, like, any shop item from Judgment, I think. So I should be able to get either the 9-volt battery or something else. Nun's Habit from him. But it's probably unlikely. I'm just trying to decide whether I want to actually... use the prayer card, like max it out in terms of uses right now, if I want to continue to use it tactically to only get 1 HP upgrade per floor. It's like a guaranteed 1 HP upgrade per floor, which is really useful and adds up over time. However, obviously the downside is that maybe I'm passing up 1.5 per floor on average or something, I don't know. I've been taking a stupid amount of damage so far, considering I can fly. I have no need to get so close to the enemies. I think it's just because I'm used to the... What run was I doing last? Oh, prostate cancer. Yeah, where I had to get like right next to enemies in order to hit them right off the bat. So I should probably just stay further away this time and I'll find things a little bit easier. We come across a My Best Friend, which is not very useful. I thought it was Bum Friend at first. I always get those two confused. Because in my life, my best friends are my bum friends. Well, not really. But don't let Michael L. Fox hear that you heard that from me. We are going to shoot this poop and kill these guys. And I'm hoping, again, damage upgrade, because otherwise we actually don't have enough rooms to even charge up the prayer card once here. Unless we get Deal with the Devil, and then we fight Krampus, which means I may end up actually going to the Deal with the Devil. Not taking the item, but just in hopes to get an extra prayer card charge from fighting Krampus. Because as is right now, we're not going to get enough. Sadly. We might want to look for the secret room, and maybe we'll fight Greed as well. So this is a potentially awesome upgrade for us. We could potentially get Little Steven, or sorry, Regular Steven. Does Little Steven increase our damage? In a way, yes. However, I think taking it would be outside of the spirit of the challenge run. because it's picking up a familiar. It doesn't improve our damage, it improves the damage we do as a collective, but it doesn't really improve the damage that, you know, comes out of our tiers, essentially. So we are just going to destroy little Steven here, and hopefully we will get regular version of Steven, followed by a deal with the devil in which we fight Krampus so that I can actually get this prayer card and put it to use. But most importantly, well, that was unexpected. Oh, it charged up. Maybe it doesn't take that long. That was weird. So there's a Tears upgrade with some Spirit Hearts. That's not a damage upgrade in any sense of the word, so I guess we're just going to go down to the next floor. This is a very unusual item drop to get to little Steven, to say the least, but hey, down we go. Recall that we do at least have some damage upgrades. Spider Butt is not a damage upgrade, and it's a spacebar item. But recall at least that we do have some HP upgrades, just by virtue of the fact that we have Holy Grail and the Halo, one of which is an all stats up, and that's why we have some extra damage as well. So we have a little bit damage better than base damage, due to the fact that we have... What was I going to say? We have the Halo, which is going to sustain me for maybe another floor or two at maximum. In all likelihood, I'm going to need to come across a damage-dealing item quickly, or we're going to find ourselves in a very difficult position. I haven't earned a deal with the devil yet. That's a lot of money just for a random chest here. I haven't earned a deal with the devil yet, but maybe a deal with the angel is forthcoming. Who knows? We're going to see what we've got in this mob trap room. It's Maggie's Faith. So I'm not sure how these are going to interact with each other, the prayer card and Maggie's Faith. But suffice it to say, I am looking forward to probably having a lot more hearts as a result. Maybe I want to use the prayer card more often now, just to fill out those heart containers to make it less risky on myself. But again, I'll be the first person to admit now, after previously exercising some bravado, or expressing some bravado over the fact that I knew how Maggie's Faith worked and you didn't, ha 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 ha, it turns out I was completely wrong. So, again, I don't know the exact specifics of Maggie's Faith. However, I will do my best to use it effectively with the prayer card in this situation. This is a nice upgrade for us. It potentially gives us a lot of leverage when it comes to having extra health in this game right now, which is very beneficial because we're not going to have a lot of damage in all likelihood. So, at the very least, we can tank some hits, take forever to kill bosses. Like, Gertie is probably going to take 100 years if we run into her on this floor. Come on. There we go. Nothing in there. And we'll continue going downwards, basically just looking for the boss room now. Gonna hang back here. Guardian Angel should protect me reasonably well. That's the other reason I shouldn't be taking very much damage. It's because we have damned Guardian Angel, which should stop me from getting hit by A, flies, and B, any enemy that shoots like a shot at us. Except unless it's a beam, in which case that was awful. We're absolutely gonna take damage, but anyway. I digress. We can't go to the shop because we can't buy any items that don't improve our damage anyway. And I don't think there's anything in the shop that could improve our damage. Unless you wanted to be kind of a joker and say, oh, you can get Mom's purse and then maybe you get a Tears upgrade or something and then that improves your damage. No! Not allowed. We're gonna... I'm trying to think, should I use the prayer card now? I don't think I should. I think instead, again, I apologize if I'm making a mistake here. This is not malicious at all. It's just me trying to work through it. I think I want to use the prayer card before we leave the floor, and then Maggie's health will give us another Eternal Heart when we go down to the next floor. Basically, we're just getting like one free HP upgrade, and then Maggie's Faith is acting as it normally does, if I have gotten my reasoning correct there, which I believe I do. And the reason we're not using it right away is because I don't want to accidentally lose this card if I get hit by something. Now I am going to make an exception, and I know people are going to get pissed off about it, because whenever I'm not 100% rigorous to the rules of the challenge, people freak out. Like it's on Guinness Book of World Records, it needs to watch me or something to figure out what I'm doing. But I'm going to take the cube of meat, specifically because in the challenge, it was listed as, you know, have 3 Guardian Angels. I couldn't get a 3rd Guardian Angel, it wouldn't let me have it. So instead, I'm going to pick up a cube of meat. If I get a 2nd cube of meat, I won't pick up one after that, I just need the one to basically fulfill the literal interpretation of this challenge run so far. So I'm not trying to, again, get one over on the game in any stretch of the imagination. I'm just trying to maximize my chances here while still adhering to the rules of the run as they were strictly written. I don't always adhere to them as they're strictly written, but for now, you know, this action is defensible. Some of my other ones have perhaps been different. Anyway, there's our cube of meat. So we do have 3 now. Well, 3 things circling us, I mean, not 3 cubes of meat. We're going to use prayer card now, and then we're going to get 1 extra health container, plus Maggie's Heart has just given us an extra one, or an extra Eternal Heart. I think that's exactly how I wanted that to go down. These hoppers, as far as I know, can't get to me here. And I'm really basically on my knees begging the game for a damage upgrade, because we're going to find ourselves in a very rough situation very soon. It's a 2 of diamonds. We might as well double our money now. Could have saved it for later, but there's not really too much importance on that. So we're going to just hang out over here again. Thank God we have oh, this is not Transcendence. There goes our Eternal Heart from Maggie, by the way. Thank God we have the Holy Grail here, allowing me to actually have some extra defense. Man, I can't believe... Okay, well, at the very least, like, I can't believe I lost that Spirit Heart, but at the very least, we do have the Prayer card. What I need is some Spirit Hearts to kind of provide a cushion so that Maggie's Faith can actually help me out here. Because we've only got it for, like, another 1 or 2 floors as a result of us getting the Polaroid soon, basically mandatorily, in order to get to the chest, which is the #1 condition for this run. If we beat the Cathedral, I'll be over the moon, essentially, because I find it unlikely that we're going to do so, given the sheer lack of damage that we have right now. But stranger things have happened. We do have great defense against this turret here, obviously. And we will continue moving onwards. Again, the other thing I would love is a battery of some sort, or some way to augment my spacebar item. It's incredibly unlikely that that's going to happen unless we run across a judgment. Who knows? Anyway, we have a number of gentlemen here who are pissed off about the service at our restaurant last night. Waiter, there is a human popcorn in my drink. It's extra protein, man. Just get used to it. Extra protein, the Northernlion story. How to improve the volume of your ejaculate. I don't feel good about that one. Now, we should have an item room at some point. And again, basically, triple shot, quad shot, polyphemus are among the only items in the game that I can actually use right now, I think, in order to improve my damage. Of course, beyond just straight damage upgrades, or all stats upgrades, which will count as damage upgrades as well. So SMB Superfan is cool as well. I don't even know if there's a magic mushroom, I guess. And growth hormones, which we have not had in a long time. Those are pretty rare items, I think. So we're gonna see, we got another hopper room here, which means we can basically just lure some of them over, and as they come over here, I can just hang out over top of this chasm. A lot of them are just gonna jump on the spikes in the middle and kill themselves. Prayer card is ready, but we're gonna save it. And that was almost terrible damage on my part, but that's okay. Item room, please don't F with me. No more spacebar items either. Well, that's Little Gish. I was actually thinking it would be awesome to have Little Gish, but I can't justify picking it up right now. So sadly, we're gonna move on. I feel like that should be the title of this run. We can't justify picking it up right now. I suppose I could also make the gambit of going for secret rooms and trying to get Epic Fetus, but that feels kind of chintzy, to be honest with you. So we're just gonna continue moving on here. And again, silkworms don't represent too much of a threat. I don't mean to say I'm bored right here. I'm not bored, I'm just in a constant state of anticipation, waiting for a better item to come along. I feel like I've almost described boredom, but that was not my intention. So we're just going to stand over this. Leapers can come over here, which is one of the intricacies that makes it difficult to deal with leapers as opposed to hoppers, is that they can just jump over this pit, which is unfortunate. Well, unfortunate for me, anyway. We get another key, and that means it's time to fight the boss, who is just going to be Fistula. Fistula, always a great boss to fight when you're in this position of being able to fly. It's better if you have a Ouija board or the Spirit of the Night, so you can just hang out over top of a rock and, you know, sip on a Mai Tai, wait for the boss to die. But we can still basically just stand still. And actually, this is perfect, because as enemies get close, not only do I not have to worry about getting hit, but the Guardian Angel actually just tears them through if they manage to get close enough to the rock. So it's literally zero risk to me, and enemies just get torn up. So we'll just stand here. That was super easy. We get a crate. Is there anything we can take on this crate? I don't think so. What we are going to do is just use our prayer card again, down to the next floor, and hope that I can somehow maintain Maggie's faith. Unlikely, but we're doing okay for health regardless. So I am on Necropolis 1. That is not good for business. And we just basically forced the blue spike to kill one of the greed heads, which is good. But, by and large, we're going to find this fairly difficult for us, I am assuming. There we go. So they're all dead. Our chests give us keys and bombs. And more bombs. I'm starting to think, like, if this run fails... Like, I think this run is reasonably well balanced on these floors. but the risk that you're never going to get any damage upgrades is too high, I'm starting to believe. If you only get, like, Polyphemus or Quadshot, you can probably make this run work. But if you don't get any of those items, you're going to have to play exceptionally well to succeed here. So I think this run might just be a little bit imbalanced compared to usual ones in the favor of the game. But I could be wrong on that. I mean, we are only on the 5th floor, so, you know, things change. And again, if I pick up Polyphemus or... Oh, that was terrible. There goes the Eternal Heart again. If I pick up Polyphemus or Quadshot, I'll probably feel very differently about things. Even Triple Shot would be okay. Or even just a couple of damage upgrades. I would take Rage as well. Just technically actually like a damage downgrade. If you don't think about it too hard. I'm just going to go straight for this Flasher right here. I like Flasher better than like Chub Gluttony. Or Chub Shooters. Chub Shooters sounds like a plus-size strip club. Chub Gluttony sounds like just a plus-size like ice cream bar or something. I don't know. Flashers, I mean, it sounds like they're showing their penis to you, but that's kind of what they're doing, so it's not a misnomer. So there we go. We're gonna find our item room as soon as possible in all hopefulness. Because if I don't, who knows how much damage I might end up taking here. I really just need, like, the relic or something I can't take. Well, I can take the relic if it comes from Deal with the Angel. I guess all Deal with the Angel items are on the table. Which is good because, you know, maybe we can get Sacred Tears. Probably not because the item never shows up anymore, but maybe. And here we have more bombs and keys. It seems like that's the only chest I've gotten so far in this episode. It's just like that one chest containing one bomb and one key. We're going to use a bomb here, blow up these two guys. Simplify the equation a little bit, make my life easier. And then we got 3 guys who are all going to shoot in the same direction, which makes everything that much smoother. So we're just going to drop some bombs in like so. Well, drop some bombs, drop some tears in like so. Drop some the hydrated bombs. There's our boss room. We might as well fight the boss right away, to be honest with you. There's no real reason why not to. Except that I might use the prayer card by accident or forget to use it later. If I use the prayer card by accident, it might not be the end of the world, but I really don't think I'm going to have the opportunity to use it 3 times on one floor. Which is what we would need to provide a benefit versus 1 time. I think, anyway, again, I don't have 100% the greatest grasp. We're going to be fighting the Wretched here, or the Wicked, I can never remember. And we should be able to kill this boss very easily. It's one of those bosses that I actually love fighting because it's not difficult in the least. Considering it's a Necropolis boss, as long as you have a reasonable amount of speed and some way to deal with the spiders that come out, you are going to be 100% finally. And this is also like a boss that I love coming across even as late as the caves, because even if it's... Or sorry, not the caves, the chest, because even if there's 2 of them in a room, it's going to be very easy for you to take them out. So I'm just going to kill the spiders, get back to full health. We can't take the speed upgrade. The game is really not working in my favor right now. Obviously, we have to do due diligence and go check out the possibility of the item room existing, but for now, game's being pretty mean, man. I kind of just want to bomb my way out of here. This is the problem, is that I'm starting to lose my attention span. Because it's taking me too long to kill enemies in a room. That's partly just because we're on Necropolis, so I kind of just don't want to deal with them most of the time. Which is dangerous, because, you know, boredom eventually leads to making terrible mistakes, which will lead to the dark side, of course. I really thought these spiders would be unable to hit me, but I just led them onto that, and that's okay. We got 10 extra bombs. We can't take those. I guess, you know, in the loosest sense, bombs do improve our damage when we use them. But really, adhering to the restrictions of this challenge run has made it so I've basically picked up no items over the course of the entire game, with the exception of Cube of Meat. Where is my Deal with the Angel run? That's the one thing that could turn everything around. Deal with the Angel run, get the relic, start being able to amass even more Spirit Hearts. Who knows, man. We are up to 10 hearts. I mean, that's the ultimate counter to everything I've been saying so far, complaining. It's going to be Necropolis again, unfortunately. I'm basically just going to stand still as I fight these guys, because I'm trusting my Guardian Angels to basically block all the shots that come in. No, so who knows, on this run we may just end up being able to tank all of the items. I'm basically unhittable by these greed heads anyway. We may just end up being able to tank all the bosses that we come across. I doubt it. It's going to take us like 500 hits to kill Isaac with this amount of damage that we have right now. But who knows, maybe... Did I already lose my Eternal Heart? What did I get hit by? I thought I was totally fine there, to be honest with you. So we're just gonna continue playing cool here. That was a very good shot by that green head. And a second very good shot by the second green head. Man, I hate those dudes. Now I feel justified in losing that heart. No question about that. So we're basically just gonna hang out over here. Occasionally we will float by, kill a spider if necessary. Greed heads again. I hate runs where you end up doing 0 damage. I mean, the only thing that... We haven't really had any item drops that would make this better. I'm not trying to blame the creator of the run. The one thing I will say is that I think all stats upgrade items should be allowed for this run. Like, I think I should have been able to allow, take speed upgrades as well as those tiers upgrades that I passed over. Squeezy, at least. In fact, just taking Squeezy would have been huge, because I would have had the Spirit Hearts required to shield Maggie's health, or Maggie's heart, Maggie's faith, I should say, from the other damage that I've taken, which would have made things way better for me in the long run, I think. But, I mean, this run's not over. I'm talking like it's over, but it's actually basically only just begun. We're going to be fighting Mom here. A fight that I think is going to go fine. Stranger things have happened than me failing on a Mom boss fight like this, though. Without a 1-up, there is, like, no shield for us when it comes to that. And I'm not really doing a lot of damage, and she's going to be difficult to hit with bombs. But I know Mom's patterns fairly well, so it's all basically a product of what kind of enemies she produces. If she produces very easy enemies, it's probably going to be a very easy run. A very easy boss fight, I should say. If she produces a lot of zombies or something, like if she's Blue Mom, then that's going to be way worse for me, obviously. I hate this room, and I hate that we're coming across it every 30 seconds. There's damage for me. This is really just a serious pain in the ass to be dealing with. These guys have so much HP. Like, not only are the shots that they fire somewhat difficult to dodge, even though they shoot in a straight line. I probably left myself open for some kind of personal attack on my intelligence there. But they do a lot of damage, and they have a ton of fucking HP. And it's difficult to manage a lot of them in the same room is the principal thing. Alright, finally we come across a Judgment. So we have to give money to Judgment. I'm assuming we can take whatever item Judgment gives us, because that's, you know, charity. Wait a minute. I thought I was doing the prostate cancer run. I totally got... Oh, okay, that was a total accident. Because remember, if you watch the prostate cancer run, I had to give money to Judgment. I guess I just never took my brain out of that mode. That's okay though. I got 1 HP upgrade. If you want me to make it better, I just won't use prayer card on this floor. I think that's fair. Assuming I beat Mom, and I have more than 1 heart left over, it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. So I won't use prayer card on this floor. That was almost terrible dodging. And instead, we'll just be happy with that 1 HP upgrade we got from Judgment. I'm gonna put some bombs. What? How did he not eat that bomb? There we go. We'll kill Chubb as fast as we can. Kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, again, because we have so little damage. We could really use something like a Mom's Knife right now. Sadly, that is not gonna happen. Green Nub, please shoot a bomb at Chubb so we can end this facade before things go on too long. A couple more hits should be enough to do it. A couple more hits should be enough to do it. I hate this. His health bar is at 0. There we go. We're just going to back it up and look for our item room, which hopefully at some point in the near future is going to be around. Maybe not. Strength card, I'm very tempted to use it because we have no damage as is. But how did I not get hit there? But I will save the strength card for the Mom boss fight if I can. Really though, I am just kind of pissed off at the lack of damage we're doing. So I will go back for that bomb. Don't you worry your pretty little head. The blast assist don't worry me in the least. This room has always been one of my favorite rooms. As long as you know, don't hang out in the center, you should be totally fine. I can't help but feel like we're on our path to the boss room, which is something that does not appeal to me all that much right now. Definitely need to at least check the item room, because if it was something like Polyphemus, I'd end up kicking myself. We've been basically bereft of good items for the entire run so far, but that doesn't mean, you know, that present or past trends don't necessarily dictate future results in all cases. So we're just going to get these guys down from their fly creation state as soon as possible, because they are being annoying as hell. I'd rather have 3 bomb flies than 3 guys flying around who produce a metric fuck ton of flies. Metric fuck ton is literally just the biological weight class for multiple groups of flies, in case you didn't know. Just trust me on that one. Why would I lie to you? I'm just a dude on the internet. I stand nothing to gain. So Bombfly 1 is already dead. Bombfly 2 is now dead. Bomb Fly 3 could explode at any moment here. There we go. Alright, so we got a half heart for the 45 minutes I put into that. We're just gonna let this guy kill himself. In all likelihood. Come at me, bro. See what happens. Well, he actually did hit me, but he didn't kill me, which is good. Or he didn't actually do any damage, but he hit me. So we do have to go all the way back to the right here. Sorry, to the left here. And I am starting to feel like we are running very much on borrowed time with respect to this run. I want to believe that we're going to have a chance. I think we can beat Mom. I don't know what we have going on for us after that, basically. We're going to have the Polaroid. It's not going to do much. If I had to call it, I would say it's fairly likely that I'm going to die in the womb or in utero here. I would love that to be wrong, but I don't think it will be. Unless the one exception is if this item room is amazing or we get a great deal with the angel room. Again, those are both fairly unlikely considering we haven't had a single deal with the angel room yet. But those could save me right now. I like this room. This room's quick enough. The flies are going to die. They're going to set off a chain reaction. And not having staggering amounts of damage didn't actually affect me there. So that is a cursed room. Sadly, we are going to go to every single room on this floor in a futile attempt, in all likelihood, to discover a great item from the treasure room. What can I say? I think I've said all that needs to be said. I'm holding out for a fantastic item. I don't necessarily hold out a lot of hope. Let's use a bomb here. I'm sick of these guys taking forever. Taking 5 ever. That's even more than 4 ever. Here we go. I really thought that would produce a third bomb fly from this guy, but apparently he was just outside of the blast radius. Probably didn't even hear the explosions thanks to the pubes on his head. So we're going to check out our item room in here. We get Odd Mushroom. Amazingly, actually a damage upgrade. Okay, thank you very much. We'll move on to this Mom boss fight now. Now that we finally got one decent item that we could actually take. And now I'm hoping, you know, maybe we can turn it around. Pentagram from the boss, followed by a deal with the angel and Sacred Tears, and we're cooking with gas again. Quad shot would be amazing as well, of course. And the other thing is, if we manage to get to the chest, we should be okay. Well, maybe not okay, or maybe not should be, but we might be okay, because we'll be able to get 4 new items. So our damage is terrible right now. But those 4 items could completely turn things around. Unfortunately, I don't need to turn things around then. I need to turn things around now. Because I'm still not really doing enough damage to feel confident about my upcoming progress, shall we say. So we are going to continue to do some circular dodging here in the middle. Watch out for Mom's foot. The fight's going well so far. She's already down below 50%, or nearly below 50%. She did stomp on me once. Hurt a little bit, but that's okay. And now that she actually is below 50%, I feel justified in my claim saying that earlier. Mostly I'm just kind of worried about crowd control here, and staying away from the extremities, which is where I get hit the vast majority of the time on this Mom boss fight. Like I said though, Mom boss fight is all about the enemies that she spawns and, you know, having memorized the patterns that she goes through. And having done that myself, I feel like we are pretty much in the clear here. Again, I won't use my prayer card on this floor just in the interest of fairness. I don't know why I thought I had to play Judgment all the time. Well, I guess I know why. I just don't know why my brain never switched out of the prostate cancer mode. So we get an HP upgrade, which we can't take. We get a Polaroid, which we have to take. And it's down to the next floor with some level of positivity. Maybe. Curse of the Lost is not great. That's going to give us a larger floor. And I was thinking, why don't we just spam the prayer card here? But again, I'm probably better off just taking the 1 extra prayer card, or 1 extra health per floor. I'm just going to hang out over this rock, to be honest with you, because my Guardian Angels and Cube of Meat are just tearing these guys up when they come to see me. So why don't we just hang out over here? Oh man, I took some damage there because I'm an idiot. And we'll just let the Diglett basically get eaten up. And we could probably do a similar thing here. We should take out the vaginal silkworms first, though. By running into them, I suppose. That's my course of action here. So I'm down to 5 hearts. That is obviously quite not good. We're just going to stand here. Come at me, Diglett bros. Bring Doug Trio while you're at it. There we go. Okay, so we got another Polaroid. The Polaroid's been dropping so often lately. I'm not sure what's up with that. These hearts are going to be absolute pains in the ass. Let's just send a bomb in here to make our life easier. I realize we're going to want these bombs for Mom's heart, I kind of need to use bombs strategically when fighting, though, because I'm doing so little damage, as you can plainly see here. Taking out 5 of these guys probably would have cost me a heart or 2. It still might cost me a heart just to take out this last one. He's being kind of a dick about everything. There we go. We got him. We got an extra half heart. And we have a great opportunity for me to just stand... Oh, I really thought that was going to work better than it did. I was going to say a great opportunity for me to stand over a rock and let Guardian Angel do most of the damage. It's a strategy I wish I employed a little bit more over the course of this video. I think I'd find myself in a better position right now, to be honest with you, if I had done that more often, but at least better late than never, I guess. Another red heart allows us to basically be at the homeostasis, considering where we started a second ago. And with our extra damage, these guys only take 4 shots instead of the usual 5. Lucky me. Still waiting on a really great item. There's no item room here for us to deal with, obviously, which is maybe a good thing considering how shitty the item rooms have been for us. Let's take this pill. Maybe this pill will help. Pretty fly. Alright, so that replaces absolutely nothing. We've reached a dead end. Albeit a dead end with some health and some bombs. And I was about to break into some Whitney Houston there. I don't know how this is gonna go. I knew we're gonna die. I don't know how long it's gonna take is the only variable there. I think we should be able to get through this floor reasonably easily. That's a nice spirit heart. I appreciate that. And with this spirit heart, it might be in my best interest now to use the prayer card just once. Is this green guy seriously never gonna hit the nubs? That strikes me as very oh, there goes our spirit heart. Thank God I used the prayer card. Well, actually, using the prayer card is a bad thing in this situation. I think we should be able to get through the rest of this floor without too much problem. Balls of steel. Bad gas. Balls of steel? Luck down. That doesn't really help or hurt us, I would say, given our advanced position in the game. Not advanced in terms of skill, advanced in terms of time, basically. Or age. As in, we are in the utero age right now. Thank God! That the ages are really only used for useful metals like iron and brass. Can you imagine if there actually was a utero age where we carved all of our tools out of women's uteruses? Well, if you think about it, we kind of do, given, you know, that's where all mankind comes from. I don't even know where I'm going with this. See what you made me resort to? Guy who came up with this run, whose name I can't remember, but will inevitably remember as soon as I turn off this video. This run has driven me to madness. I don't even remember its name now. Cathedral Boy. Alright, I guess I do. Cathedral Kid, my bad. Close enough, I had to look down at my sheet paper for that. So again, we're just dropping bombs kind of in the middle of this whole arrangement here. It's not working out too well for us. Might as well just let this Diglett kill himself, and that'll simplify things. Balls of steel? Balls of steel! Hey, we got lucky. And I want to kill this heart. So we're just going to stand right next to it. I'm not even going to bother shooting at it. If we stand right next to it, it should shoot, and I was going to say, by and large, it shouldn't be able to hit us, considering the defenses that we have up, but it was actually able to hit us there. Unfortunately, it's my, like, predominant way of doing damage, so we will get another prayer card after this room, or after this floor, I should say, because we have to beat the boss in order to make it happen. Now, I'm starting to doubt my claim that this floor is going to be easy. That was awful damage on my part there. We might just want to put a bomb in there. Perfect, okay. So we need to beat the next boss without taking more than 4 hits of damage. More than 3 hits of damage, I guess. And of course it's going to be the bloat, because whenever you're having trouble, Mother Mary comforts me, saying words of wisdom, bloat's a DB. I tried there. Feel free to fill in the rest of the lyrics yourself. I'm trying to kill him with bombs, just because I need to survive to fight Mom's Heart. I realize I want to save the bombs for use against Mom's Heart, but if I don't live to see Mom's Heart, then what's the point? I just hurt myself with one of those bombs. Oh man, okay, bloat is not having any of it. Shoot one in there. Oh man, okay, we're in Polaroid state. It's gonna be close, presumably. I really should not have stood next to him for so long. That bomb almost went off in my face. We're out of bombs now. We're also basically out of hearts. I should not be standing beside him. I just basically ate it there for no reason. In any case, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the challenge run suggestion. That was Cathedral Kid. I kind of don't recommend it. I think you should relax some of the restrictions because it made it very difficult to get any foothold in this game. But in any case, it was fun in its own right. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Continue suggesting your challenge runs. I will do the ones I deem most appropriate or entertaining. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.